Hey guys, Ep1 here, playing Magic the Gathering. So, now, you all might think I'm going to be doing multiplayer, but no, I'm doing a single player sealed play, and as you can see, I've done a couple so far. But, what I'm doing, to start off with, is I am going to make the deck in front of you all. Yes. Reset deck. Yes. Alright. So, now it's in order of rarity, but I'm going to change that after I get the rare cards in there that I want. Rare and mythic rare. So, the reason why I'm going with red, black, and white, or mountain, swamp, and plains is because I had already looked through all these cards, and well, that one's good, that one's good, that one's great, and that one's even better. All of them going in. Now you're probably already thinking, well, hey, isn't this going to be a pretty high cost deck then? Maybe. Put target attacking creature on the bottom of its owner's library. Its controller gains life equal to the toughness. No. That one's going in. Flying and vigilance. I see, I would have that, but I mean, I don't know. Seer Angel is just used a lot. Plus, then it costs pretty high. So, yeah. And I gotta change this real quick. Or also show the X because I might put one of the X or not X. No mana cost. Alright, by type, by color, by cost. Alright, so that's going in definitely. That's going in definitely. Definitely want to have a shock in there. Now, Taste of Blood deals 1 damage to target player and you gain 1 life. In other words, it's like a, just 1-hit lifelink type thing. I mean, I guess that it's kind of good considering it only costs 1 mana, but I don't know. I'd prefer to save slots for other things. I mean, I could put it in because I only have 3 1-mana costing cards, so I guess I'll throw 1 in. Just to get whoever would be yelling at me to stop yelling at me. Now, sliver creatures you control have vigilance, so that's alright. I mean, there's not really too many slivers I could get in this deck, so answer's no to him. Ravenous Rats. Definitely going in. Because whenever Ravenous Rats enter the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. That's really good. Because then you're getting your opponent to have their hands shrink. And if you can get your opponent to have no hand whatsoever, then that's just amazing. Alright, whenever you cast an instant or a sorcery spell, put a 1/1 red elemental creature token onto the battlefield. Now, that's actually really good, but I haven't been able to use that successfully yet. Now, target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. That's kind of like a, I'm going to put every last bit of energy I have into it, so I'll put 2 of those in there. Distress. Target player reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. I mean, that's good, but don't really need it. Okay. So there are some things that are definitely going in, like that, simply because it has Death Touch. Other things that won't go in, like this, because this is, just in my opinion, not worth the mana that you pay for it. In my opinion, this should cost 2 mana, because it's a 4/1, but keep in mind that 1. Now this, again, sliver creatures you control have haste. I won't be able to play too many slivers, so I'm not really going to want this. Then again, when I do play it, this would gain haste, so that's a 2/2 haste, pretty much, for 3 mana. Worth it. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control this turn. Definitely. Murder in there. Assassinate in there. Because those are pretty much destroy creature cards. Slaughter Cry. Target creature gets +3/+3. I mean +3/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Now this would be this is an iffy-ish type of card. I'm not gonna put it in simply because I don't really want to have to deal with using it. Now this is pretty much 3 mana for 3 damage divided of how I choose. Don't really see a need for it. Whenever Charging Griffin attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Definitely going in. At least one of them. Now you can see my red is at 4 right now. It's pretty low. But that'll be fixed as I get to these type of cards. That's going in. That's going in definitely. Mark of the Vampire. Enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has a lifelink for 4 mana. Worth it. Now, Tectonic Rift. Destroy target land. Creatures without flying can't be blocked. Can't block this turn. Now that's really, in my opinion, just hey, guess what? I'm going to completely ruin your day if you don't have stuff with flying. So, see ya. Definitely want that in there because that would then coincide with this because of the lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a one counter on each creature you control. Pretty good. Now rise from the grave. Put target creature card from graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. I'm gonna put 1 in there simply because the mana cost, like, it makes it worth it, but it also kind of makes so I don't really want to use it too much because that's a pretty high mana cost for what it does. Creatures you control gain double strike until end of turn. Definitely going in. Turn 2 Slag deals 5 damage to target creature. Destroy all equipment attached to that creature. Now I'm gonna put that in mainly because I need to get more red in this deck. Now that's going in. Now you might be thinking, hey, that's 6 mana you're gonna use just for a 5/4. Yes, but you also have to take into consideration this is a artifact creature, so it can block things that have Intimidate. I think it can also block things with Fear. I think it can block things with Fear. I'm not sure. Don't hold me up to that. All right, now Minotaur Abomination. It's all right. Now, as you can see with my mana curve down here, well, that is all right, but I mean, it's kind of high with the 4, so I think I'm going to see if I can try to change that a bit by going back and getting some of those lower mana cost creatures. See, I would have 2 of these in here, but then again, see that mana curve change there. So I can't really add in anything too high costing now. So I'm going to head back to the lower costs. And simply because you guys are probably yelling at me there. Now I have another 1 mana coster. I'm probably going to want to get another 2 mana coster, maybe another 3 2 mana costers. So it's between, really, I guess that could go in because it'll help me get more red. Alright, have a few of those. I guess I'll throw that in just for fun to see how it goes. Actually, no, I'll take that out. Now this is a pretty good mana curve. Now, I'm gonna let this auto adjust the lands simply because I don't really want to have to deal with the lands too much myself right now. So save and quit. Now, it's saying it's weak. That's probably simply because it has a lot of cards in it, right? So, we'll just see how this goes. And also, it's probably going to say that it's weak because of the fact that it's 3 different types of mana, and the game looks at that and says, oh, hey, you're not really going to normally get the type of mana that you're going to want. And normally when you have 3 different types of mana, you want to have forced in that 3, so then you can use the land finding sorcery type things. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. Now, I'm hoping though that I lose this one, actually. This is an acceptable starting hand. You're all probably like, oh, use that shock. No. I'm going to use that shock if Lillian plays a creature that I don't want to be out at the moment. But once I get past... after this turn, then I'll go ahead and just use it on her. Simply because, you know, we would have hit the 3 mana mark, and that's when chances of her playing something 2/2 amazing is pretty much gone down. Or we'll play that instead, because it has flying and vigilance. Main turn, what's she doing? Ooh. Now, aren't you glad now? I'm pretty glad I saved this, because now I can get rid of that. Because that has flying, and that's not allowed. She's not allowed to have a flying creature, too. That's not fair. Creatures, that is gone. And now I get to deal a free, well, not free, but, well, yeah, pretty free. Because of the vigilance. 1/3 Visionaire coming at ya. Yeah. Now this is actually performing fairly okay. Now you see, that's why I have this murder, because the shock, well, it's quite obvious that the shock wouldn't be able to kill that, but that the murder will. Now see, she's going to use that to attack me though this upcoming turn, so I could easily just use my safe passage, but then I won't be able to cast this, or I could just get rid of it right now. But I think I'm going to hold off with just killing it. She discards a swamp. See, that tells me that I definitely want to save that murder. Plus, you see, now I have that little, you know, just trash creature. He's already done his job. That ravenous rat's already done his job. Ooh, I just helped her because she was mana flooded. Now, that's something I would want to use my murder with. That's pretty big. Granted, she doesn't have anything in the air yet, so I'm feeling pretty safe. Well, that's a good one to play, but first things first, we gotta get rid of that. So I'm gonna play that, and now, unless you can get a flyer out, which I'm hoping. Ooh. See, I probably should save my murder for that. Because I don't have anything that's a 6/6. And I really need more mana too right now. Pretty mana choked up. So now I pretty much have to block that. Now see that assassinate, that's gonna come really in handy. So I'm gonna have to hold off with playing that again, so that I can use this safe passage so that I don't take any damage. And then that'll be tapped. X, stop timer, play that. So I don't take any damage. And now I can use my assassinate and just kill that. See? Now, that was foil. Pretty sure she has 2 of those in her deck. Now I'm alright with taking that bit of damage there. Okay, now I'm not so alright with it. Now I really kind of have to play that lifelink there so that I can gain some of my life back now. She's really kind of driving me into a corner too here. So you see, I can play that and I can get any one of these back. Which I'm going to go ahead and go with that one, because that's one that'll probably be my lifesaver. Uh-oh. And she has me discarded. And she murders that. And that's pretty much looking like it's his game. She's beaten me yet again. See, the problem though is that I don't have any. I need to be able to get a really quick deck in order to beat her. And with the cards that I have, I can't really do that. So yeah, it's just pretty much game. Just want to see what I would have drawn. I would have drawn that and that. Yeah, it would have been game anyway because this was that deep in there. You see, that's also a disadvantage of having this big of a deck, because then you just never get the cards that you need. Never. So, yeah. So, now that's that. Now let's see what I'm gonna get had I let this make it for me. Now normally you get, you know, different things every time. So this time it decided to give me a forest plains, looking like going by some sort of sliverish type thing or styled thing. And now I'll do it again. You can just, you know, if you aren't that good at making decks like me, and you can pretty much just do this a couple times until you get a deck that looks pretty good. Now, granted, I want to be able to get one that I can get some pretty good creatures out quickly. By pretty good creatures, I mean creatures that can kill quickly. That can just kill. Again, see, it made me that. Now, this really does like that. This one keeps giving it to me again and again and again. So, I guess I'll go with it. Play with sealed deck. Now, I don't know quite how well this will work, but let's see. I always forget to hit that A to start it. Sorry for you guys that thought, oh no, he crashed or something. Yeah, no, I was just being a doofus again. I'll keep that hand. Hope that I draw planes. Hope to God that I draw planes. No? Fine then. Be like that. Yeah, because the only way this hand will work is if I draw a good amount of mana right now. By that I mean like I need to draw mana like a few turns in a row. So who's gonna target yourself? I think I know why she's alright with that. Oh, you hate me. This thing hates me. If I don't draw another land, I'm just gonna restart this because that would be game in itself. Oh, that's a good creature. Cause it's got flying. Yeah, no, that's a game. That's a game. Probably should have mulliganed until I had the satisfactory hand. Probably should mulligan again, but no sense in doing that. This thing hates me. So that's gonna have vigilance. Well, it's just gonna be an attack every turn. Ooh, that swamp's gonna help a lot. Really do need another swamp though. Flying vigilance. I see. Creatures with vigilance, their goal is to deal a little bit of damage and then be able to block and survive the block, but not kill with the block. Ooh, and I got what I asked for. Now, I should probably play that right now, but I'm going to play this, use his ability on that. Deal my 3 damage in hopes that that'll get her to try to gain it back. We'll see. No? Ooh. I saw that happening. Now I wonder, will that make that bat's ability happen again? Yeah, probably should have known that would happen. But all's well. Because now with that, I'll be able to kill it. Right now I got just a bunch of vigilances out. She's probably going to block that 2 damage, have that bat die too, which actually tempts me to then bring it back from the dead with that. Simply because then I can gain 2 life. But, oh, yeah, I might actually want to do that because I do not like the way this is looking too much. Okay, so it's either that or gain that 2 life. I'll play that. Attack with those 2. Probably gonna. Ooh, didn't block the 4. That's interesting. Interesting decision making of hers. Huh, I don't know why she did that. Mark of the Vampire. Cause, oh, she was gonna. Huh. Interesting. I don't really like that much at all. I see I can use 2 choices again. Diabolic Tutor, get a card that I'll be able to play next turn and pretty much own. So I'm going to go with that one, or I want to go with this one. I think I'll go with this one. Maybe. No, I'm going to go with the 6/6. So I would have then drawn that, which wouldn't really help me. So now my deck's going to be shuffled, which helps a bit. Decks being shuffled always helps. I have a feeling I have an idea of what she's probably going to do with this. But let's just see. No, she didn't do what I thought she would have done. Guess because she's going to gain 3 of that life that she lost back? See, I could have sworn she would have. Huh. Guess she likes that bat so that much. Alright. 4/6. That doesn't help me that much at all. But that does. Now that guy's ability will now allow me to search my deck for another card that I want. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh. Alright. Go with that one, definitely. I think I know what she's going to block. Actually, hold up. Deals damage to an opponent. Yeah, so she would. I figured she'd block with that. Sadly, his ability never came in, but allowed me to deal. It should have. Huh. She shouldn't be gaining 4 life, but she is. I don't like that. Not at all. Uh-oh. 1-3 death touch. That doesn't make me happy at all. Now, simply because I really need it, I'm gonna take her Blood Hunter bat, use it against her. Simply because I need to. So now, if I attack with this, she's probably gonna, I don't know, Either way, it doesn't look like things will happen quite the way I would want them to. I guess I'll skip the attack. Just this turn. Just this once. Is that it? Why would I? And I guess I could block with this, because it's not really even mine and it already did what I wanted from it. Just so I don't take that damage. Don't quite know exactly what I want to do. I think I'll play that. First. I have a feeling she's going to block my vigilance. Good. So I wanted to happen. So I wanted to happen for a while now, actually. Uh-oh. That's never good. I'm gonna skip blocking. I am a bit afraid of that leftover mana of hers. That's 7 mana. Can be used to petrify me. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's not, because she doesn't even have a hand. Now we'll be gaining 5 life from this. And those two get a 1-1 counter. So next turn, it looks like it'll be game, and this will actually be a win. Now, as you can obviously, I do suggest letting the game make the deck for you. Because as you can see, it makes amazing decks. Boom, victory. So after a while of trying, we finally got victory, and we got our booster pack, as you saw, pop up there, and I just completely passed. So now let's see what we get from this. Ooh, this looks nice. Angelic Orbiter, or Orbiter, or what? Arbiter, sorry. Now, each opponent who casts a spell this turn can't attack with creatures. Each opponent who attacked with a creature this turn can't cast spells. Interesting. I don't quite understand how that works, but it's interesting. We got my all-time favorite, the Tormented Soul. Another one of those. That's really good because it's Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink all in one. Gravedigger, always good. Sarah Angel. Fall, that's an amazing card because it prevents all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Hunt of the Week. Oh my god. Trained Corridor. Whenever Trained Condor, attacks another target creature you control, gains flying until end of turn. So yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. Scroll Thief. This is a pretty crappy card in my opinion, because I mean, if you're paying 5 mana for a 4/4, and why? Because there's cards where you pay 5 mana for a 4/4, but this 4/4 has Flying and Vigilance. There's much better cards. Turn to Slag again. So yeah, now let's go ahead and continue on. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is reset the deck again. And you normally want to do this and then auto build. You want to auto build it a couple times, unless it all pretty much went by the same thing that it did before, except a little bit worse. Auto build it again. The more times you auto build it, normally the better of a deck you tend to get, unless you're already at the best deck you can possibly have. This is just simple ways of, you know, getting a good deck quickly and easily. Not that much work. Now this is interesting. Now these are amazing creatures here, or spells here. It's a 6/4 trample for 6 mana. It's pretty good. Now what trample does is, yeah, you can block, but that damage, but whatever damage that you didn't like completely block against with that, which with the hold up. So you see how this is a 1/3? That 3 is the blocking power that this creature has, and it's also the life that this creature has. So whatever didn't get blocked with that 3 goes through. So you normally have to use multiple creatures for it. Auto build, let's see what I get this time. Ooh. A Plain Island deck. This one's interesting. This looks interesting. I think I'll use this. Yeah. So we did pretty good. We had one failed attempt at making a deck, because I should tell you guys right now, I'm not the best at making decks. I'm mediocre. I normally need help while making a deck in real life Magic. So, that said, I then used the game to help me make my deck. I got a pretty good deck. We just got pretty much finished version of it. And next episode, I plan on beating this Ajan, I never know how to pronounce that, Goldmane, or the white deck, green deck, and red deck. And then leaving the last two being a blue and a red again. So, That said, take it easy.